Jarrett, you flying solo today?
Good morning, Powur Hitters. My name is Jarrett McAllister, your mentor and usually a co-host, but today I am rocking solo. My main man, Jonathan Bernasso's out there making things happen. I'm going to go ahead and hold this Powur Hitters weekly training. Today is Tuesday, February 1st, 2022. It's the start of a brand new month. Excited here. January was awesome, but I cannot believe we are already a month into this new year. Speaking of New Year's, I do believe today is Chinese New Year, start of the Year of the Dragon. So Gung Hei Fak Choi, that's what I learned in elementary school 30 years ago. And so happy Chinese New Year. Let's go ahead and jump right into this. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Give me 1 second. All right, there we go. Yeah, so as we do every week, let's go ahead and jump into some success stories. So anybody new to Powur, have a new rep, installation, sale, mentee, mentor deal, go ahead. Let me know, and you can share your story. What do we got?
I want to shout out to Anne DeBorja. She's a recent solar consultant and got her first deal, first lead and first deal signed. Congratulations.
Nice. Batting 1,000. Very good. That's, sometimes that's the hardest thing is just getting your first deal. The Powur opportunity is so powerful, and it's to some people it's unobtainable. They're like, wow, you can make this much money, you can change the planet. But it takes that first deal, and working with a good mentor and getting that first one down is very important. So great job. That's awesome, Lily. Anybody else like to share a story? Mike, I know you got a ton. What do you got going?
We're getting the local Hillsborough County inspector his bank subpoenaed.
Okay.
Yeah. Started,
that's a whole different type of success story.
Yeah. He pissed off the wrong customer, who happens to be a financial crimes detective, by failing his battery system, making up some of his own rules. Actually, a Sunnova system. So he pissed off the wrong guy, and he's out there investigating if he's getting paid off by the utilities now.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Good times.
Any surprise that there's corruption when it comes to utilities and public members, public office members. It's unfortunate, man. We need to get these public members out from getting money from these big corporations, trying to stop what we're trying to do with renewable energy. It's not cool. So that's good news. Anybody else got room for another one? Success story? Other than criminal investigations into public officials?
Yeah, I got one. I got one with Owen over here in Northern California.
Yes.
He's been my mentor for a while, and even before I came on board, I was giving him a lot of deals because we live in a brand new development. I do, and he lives right off the road. So our Facebook group in this development is literally loving us. Owen did a really good job on the first few installs. I was one of his first customers. And now, like, literally, if anyone says anything about solar, they tag Owen on there and they tag me. And we closed a bunch of deals the last few weeks because of it. So it's been really good.
Awesome, Jose. And Owen is an incredible NorCal mentor. And man, the power of getting in first, right? Working in new development. You do a great job. You talk to neighbors, you get referrals. All of a sudden, you're planting all these seeds, and it just grows exponentially. That's incredible. Congrats to both you guys on that. All right. With that being said, thank you guys for sharing your success stories. Let's go ahead and jump into this. We do have a great training today.
How you doing, brother?
But before, Brad, do you got something you want to say, or did you hop off mute on accident? That might have been an accident. All good, my man. No worries. Just quick housekeeping. We do have some future trainings coming up. As we know, every Tuesday we have our Powur Hitters training. This Tuesday is going to be pretty exciting. We're going to be talking to Ken Brennan from Sunnova, so Sunnova Training. Also, there is at 12 o'clock Solar Sales Tuesday. I believe that's for new reps. And then as well as every Tuesday at 10 a.m. And then any future events, go ahead and take a look at powercalendar.com. That's where you can always find future trainings. There are some Super Solar Saturdays coming up. There's the Freedom Tour. I believe they're out in Texas. So if you are in that area in Texas and you're looking to build a team, definitely you want to attend these. We got some killer leaders within the organization that are going to be hosting these events. Take a look at the dates and times. Take advantage of that to help grow your team, or if you know people in the area, send them that way. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So today's training, like I mentioned, we are going to go ahead and be talking with Ken Brennan from Sunnova. For some of you that have been with the platform for a while, Sunnova is another tool for us to sell deals through. It's kind of unique, and I'll let Ken explain it, but it's like a financing company, but you can put your deals through them. There's lots of perks, benefits. It does take some training to kind of get through it. But that's why Ken is here on the training today to explain all that. Ken, are you on here? Go ahead and unmute yourself, brother. How you doing? All right.
Doing well. How's everyone doing?
Good, good. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and try sharing your screen. See if that works. You can pull up your slides.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. I think you might need to grant me access to that.
Let me see if I can do that. Multiple participants can share simultaneously. Does that work?
Take a look at this. Can you see my screen?
I can. I'm going to stop my share. There we go. Awesome.
Right.
Way to figure it out on the fly.
Right on. Well, hey, I don't want to kill you guys with this PowerPoint. I know you probably see these all the time, but really, I just want to reiterate a couple things. We're really excited to be doing business with Powur. We're really here to help you guys out. We're to help you win deals, and we're here to help you make sure those projects are sticky, right? We don't want cancellations. We want to help you set expectations, and we want to go over, a few of the incentives we have for the homeowners, reps, and future reps coming on board to Powur. So let's see if I can get this slideshow to work.
And how long have you been with Sunnova?
So I've been here at Sunnova for a little over a year now. Before that, I was at Dividend Finance for about 3 years. And then before that, I actually got my solar career started on the East Coast back in 2014, once I transitioned out of the military out in New York. So I sold on Staten Island. It was pretty exciting. I don't miss knocking doors, but every now and then I kind of wish I was out there. But been in the home, managed an office in Maryland for Blue Raven, kind of been all over the place. So happy to be here at Sunnova, though.
Awesome.
So real quick, before I get going, I do want to introduce Zena. She is an additional account manager assigned to help everyone here at Powur. I believe she's on the call. So if you can't get a hold of me, reach out to her, vice versa. We're really here to help you guys succeed and do everything we can to support you as much as possible.
Perfect. Welcome, Zena.
Thank you. I'm super excited to support you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're excited to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for joining, Zena. So let's jump into this. So a couple things we want to cover today is why Sunnova. We also want to talk about the contract stage. So the sooner we can move these projects from the time the homeowner signs NTP, the quicker Powur gets paid. Now, I'm pretty sure no one here works for free. So the sooner you guys are getting paid, the happier you're going to be. So if there's anything we can do to support this, the reason we're talking about this is it seems to be, there can be some confusion and it can be kind of frustrating getting through this stage, but we want to provide you guys with some kind of tips on how to resolve this, to move these projects through the project stages.
And Ken, can you backtrack just a little bit? Like I said, people don't always have a clear picture of what Sunnova is. Like,
Yeah.
Are you guys an installer company? You guys do the financing, but yet you procure the equipment. So can you explain that?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we are not the installer. We do not procure the equipment. We are here to support installers such as Powur. So we offer loans and TPO products. So that's third-party ownership through a lease, PPA, or PPA Easy. With these products, we think are super competitive, very beneficial to the homeowner, and a great option for a dealer to offer, considering every project or finance type or finance product we offer comes with the full 25-year warranty. There's no additional adder. I know you guys have some options where you can add an extended warranty. There's no additional fee to offer the 25-year warranty, production guarantee, and monitoring for these homeowners. The other benefit for Powur is you guys are a good reputable company, right? So we know down the line there might be an issue with the system in the future, right? Maybe a panel stops working, system stops producing. We're actually going to pay Powur to roll a truck to resolve whatever issue that is, and we'll pay Powur to do so. So homeowners are in good hands, going with you guys, and utilizing a Sunova product as they get that full production guarantee, the full warranty on top of any manufacturer warranties they get. It's really one of those products. It's very unique because we're the only company that's offering this warranty with our loans on top of our TPO products.
Awesome. Yeah. And, for those of you who've never used Sunova, every so often I'll switch a deal over to Sunova for whatever reason that ends up being. But one of the great things is when I'm going from a traditional where we always had solar insure, when I switch over to Sunova, me personally, I don't add solar insure because they have a full coverage 25-year bumper to bumper, and that literally is on everything. That's including batteries, correct, Ken?
It is. Yeah. So the unique thing about this is not only specifically with our loan, so everything's covered with the lease, like any equipment would be on a lease. But with our loans, we have the battery replacement. So a homeowner can essentially buy the battery replacement, when the first one fails 12, 10, 15 years down the road, they're prepaying that replacement battery. Sunnova's going to go out and replace it for them at no additional cost down the line. So they're going to get new equipment. I'm sure, let's say they sell the Enphase 10 today, right? Down the road, it's going to be a newer model. So they're going to get a new version, brand new equipment for no additional cost down the road. So it's one of the unique things with selling the Sunnova Solar Plus storage loan.
Awesome. Let me see if there's any other question. Oh, someone did ask, is Sunova in all states that Powur is approved?
We are in, I think, Zena, correct me if I'm wrong, I think we're in 30 plus states. Right now, we've got you guys set up for 14 states here. So we just activated you guys in a few markets on the East Coast and a few here in the central region. But as of right now, you guys are turned on and ready to sell in 14 states. So this is the heat map we have set up for you. Of course, all we need from Powur is licenses, and we can activate you guys for other states that you wish to sell in.
Awesome. Okay. So no other restrictions than Powur having their license there and, going for the green light.
Absolutely.
Cool.
All right. So back to the contract stage. So for the reps who haven't sold Sunova, really looking forward to doing business with you, but I want to help you guys resolve a few of the pain points or frustrations I hear from dealers on a daily basis. So the three main things we want to cover here, maybe four, is you guys have 14 days to clear contract stage before a system goes into pending cancellation. So to avoid that, we want to touch on title. So one of the main documents we see requested, and particularly mainly here in California, would be a trust document. So we're not asking you to get the homeowner's trust. Obviously, you should build that while you're selling the homeowner through your knowledge and subject matter expertise. But a trust document is proof of ownership to the home. And when we receive and review and then approve that trust document, we want you guys to let the homeowner know that Sunnova is going to send another agreement, adding that trust as a secondary to the agreement. So this is one thing, probably the most common thing I see a project get canceled out for, is because those trust documents weren't received in time and reps didn't let the homeowner know. Sunnova is going to send another agreement, no changes to the agreement besides adding that trust as a secondary. Is there any questions there?
I don't know if there's any questions right there, but I know through my process when going through a Sunova deal, you guys, automatically when you're entering the deal into the system, one of the first things it does check the title verification, making sure that the name that you entered matches the name on the title. And you guys pull that data probably from like Core Matrix or something like that.
We use a title service named Black Knight is who we're pulling this from.
Okay. And so it does it automatically for the most part, right? And it's only if maybe you run into this, if it's like maybe a brand new homeowner and it hasn't been updated yet. Would you agree with that?
Exactly, yeah. So in that scenario, we'd request for a deed or a certificate of occupancy.
And
But-
what kind, and you said trust. I know some other loan companies, when they require a trust, like deed of trust, right? It's usually one of the first ones that people go, oh yeah, deed of trust. I know that one, but they don't accept that. Do you guys accept a deed of trust?
We don't. So we want the actual trust documents. We're not looking to see who gets what when homeowner dies. We just want to see when that trust was set up, see who the trustees are on that trust document, and see when, just to verify that the signatures align with the trustees on that document. So that's really
Okay.
what we're looking for.
And can you guys help the homeowner? Because I've had this issue in the past. They're looking for these papers. They don't know where to get it. Do you guys help assist, like giving them encouragement, like, hey, this is where you want to look. This is where you would find those papers. This is where you want to reach out to get these documents?
The only thing I've seen dealer support do is to let them know, hey, this is our checklist for the requirements to meet this trust document. Really, we want to work with the homeowner, the sales rep. The sales rep has that relationship with the homeowner. So we do have a checklist and kind of a document that will help steer the rep in the right direction. They can pass that info along to the homeowner. But when it comes to this, we want to work with the rep to kind of collect all that info from the homeowner.
Okay, and we'll move on from this because honestly, this isn't a big point. It's very rare where you have to get the trust. Most of the time, people's names are on there. But I will add, Paul did ask, does Sunnova offer products for non-owner occupied properties where, their name wouldn't be on the trust?
We don't. We don't offer any of our products on for rental properties or income properties or anything like that. Now, I will say Mr. Jonathan Bernasso is, he's very crafty and he usually finds a way to win a deal. So the one product that I think we could make work in that scenario would be our prepaid PPA Easy. And in that case, we could probably make that work.
Okay, and we can maybe get into that a little bit later if we have more time. So feel free to move on.
All right, and the next thing that your rep should complete at the point of sale is setting up the recurring payment confirmation and doing the contract validation. So that's the welcome call. So we've got the dealer support phone number in this slide I could pass out, but we want you guys to call in at the point of sale to complete these project blocks. Now, an alternative to that, let me back up. When a homeowner signs an agreement with Sunnova, they're going to receive a link to their My Sunnova. So this is where they can log in. It's also another area they could set up their recurring payment info. It's also another way that we can get these homeowners engaged and excited about doing business with Sunnova. We can provide updates, not necessarily with the project, but Sunnova updates. And they have access to the monitoring through their My Sunnova account and things like that. Now, if you've had some frustration or don't want to complete the welcome call instead of the recurring payment over the phone, we have an app. Just like you guys have access now to do your own site survey through the app you guys developed, we have an app that we allow you guys to do this through the online validation. I'm not going to dive into this. If anyone's interested, we can set up a follow-up training on our online validation, but essentially it's an app you can download. The rep takes a photo of their face, homeowner does the same, scans their ID. The only thing we want to make sure is that the name on the agreement matches the name on their government issued ID. So I won't bore you with this, but it is an alternative to calling into dealer support, doing the welcome call, and providing the payment info over the phone.
Yeah, which I'd imagine just doing the welcome call is probably the easiest way to go about it.
Definitely the easiest. Yeah, definitely the easiest. But let's say you want to try this tool out. Let us know. Zena and I are happy to set up this training with you.
Okay, very good.
All right, so we talked a little bit about products earlier. So like I said, Sunnova, I really want to reiterate the 25-year production guarantee, the monitoring, the maintenance, and the warranty. All these products listed here have that. The only thing here is that PPA does not have the production guarantee because it's your standard PPA. The homeowner is buying that utility or buying the energy at a fixed rate. So all products have the same 25-year warranty, monitoring, and maintenance, right? So the cool thing about the lease and the loan is you have a battery option. Particularly with the loan, you have a 0% interest option for 25 years. It's a great offer. Now, there's only two products that require a FICO score of 700 and above. That's going to be our 0% and 0.99% solar and solar plus storage loans. Everything else is 650 and above. We don't verify debt to income. It's a soft credit inquiry. We'll waterfall from our primary bureau from Experian to TransUnion. If that FICO score is slightly below 650, we'll check TransUnion. Usually this helps increase approval rates by 2 to 10%, depending on the market. So, you know, we're doing everything we can to help support you guys and help get these projects approved.
That's awesome. The fact I've never heard that term waterfall, but I like it, going from one credit bureau to the other, because sometimes people go, wait a second, I got killer credit and it's with Experian, but yet their TransUnion's like, you know, 600 or whatever, for whatever reason that is. The fact that you'll give two options there is great.
Yeah, it definitely helps, you know, increase that approval percentage for you guys.
And then as far as, I've heard something along the lines of, do you guys report on the credit, the revolving monthly payment? Does it go on there?
So this is a great question. So, you know, when a homeowner signs, and I want to touch on something else. So when a homeowner signs a PPA or lease agreement, it's a soft credit inquiry when they do the pre-qualification. And even after they sign the agreement, it'll never report as a hard credit inquiry. Now with the loan, it's a soft credit inquiry for pre-qualification, but within 30 days of signing that agreement, it converts to a hard inquiry. That is the only thing that will report on a homeowner's credit report. We do not report as debt.
That's huge, you guys. So
unless they fall behind on their monthly payments, then we have to go through the normal process of submitting collections and things like that. But as long as the homeowner's current on their payments, we do not report as debt.
That's, yeah, I mean, I don't know if everybody understands how big that is, but you know, if you have a $152, $300 payment, you know, depending on the size of your system and what you went with, you know, if you're trying to refinance or whatever, that really affects your debt to income ratio. Although it shouldn't, considering that you're literally eliminating an electric bill that more often than not is higher than that payment, replacing it with another one, and utility bills don't count towards debt to income. But for this to not report that way, that's a huge advantage, in my opinion.
No, that's exactly right.
Not to mention the people that don't want that. So now you have an option for that.
For sure.
All right. So we want to help you guys beat the competition. I know, you know, a lot of dealers will run into Sunrun or other companies offering Sunrun. So, you know, with Sunrun, they pretty much lead out with the PPA and rarely sell loans. So lead out with the PPA lease and rarely sell the loans. So how do we compete with that? So one thing I like to suggest to reps is, you know, if you've got a homeowner who's on the fence whether or not they want to own the system or do a lease or PPA, generate 3 quotes, do a side-by-side comparison. You know, that's one thing that's unique about Sunnova is you can do all that within one platform without having to generate a Sunrun quote and then go into another lender and generate another quote and then compare those. You know, it's a really one-stop shop. And what this will do is it makes selling very easy. Keep it simple, right? If you can generate 2 to 3 quotes and compare them all side by side, all while talking about the production guarantee, the warranty, the monitoring and maintenance, all of that. You can do it all in the Sunnova portal. You guys have access to Solo, so things are a little different. But what this does, it avoids the pitfalls of comparing Goodleap for Sunlight and any other lender who's got a good product for, you know, a short time being. Right. So we like to say, you know, we want to help you leave a rock in the road because we know these homeowners are shopping, right? As soon as you leave, they've got another rep coming into the home to pitch them another product. So if we can provide as much support and training and products as we possibly can to help make these appointments go well, so then the next guy that comes in pretty much sells the deal for you. They go, oh, the Powur rep was in here. They pitched me this, and this. And I really like everything they had to say and offer. We're going to go with them. We just wanted a second opinion.
Very good.
All right, so the last thing, customer expectations. So the one thing, the reason we wanted to reiterate the contract stage is, Sunnova, we do require additional documentation. And it can be frustrating for the rep and the homeowner to have to re-sign an agreement, submit another document. So if we can help you guys set the expectations up front, let the homeowner know Sunnova is going to ask for additional documentation. If there's any changes to your system, you're most likely going to have to sign a loan amendment. And if we can be upfront with this, it shows professionalism. It shows them that you are a subject matter expert in your field on Sunnova. And what it does is it helps make that deal sticky, right? We want to help you guys win as much as possible. On top of that, we want to help you guys get leads. We want to help you evolve. We want to help you guys grow your business, become mentors if you're not already a mentor. We want the mentors to help grow their team, right? So if we can touch on these things and set expectations up front, we can help save deals, we can help get referrals, and we can help you guys grow your individual businesses.
Very good. Yeah, and it's all in sales, and, you know, setting the correct expectations up front is important, and kind of knowing your craft, right? Going into it and not having to keep going back for more, keep going. If you button it up and do it right the first time, you'll avoid all those issues.
Exactly. All right, let's get into the fun stuff.
All right.
So for any homeowner that signs a lease or a loan with a battery, they're going to get a $1,000 Visa gift card 6 to 8 weeks after that system is installed. So I know some reps will pitch this up front to help win the deal, or they'll follow up like, hey, by the way, your system's installed. I got you a $1,000 gift card. Give me some referrals now. Does your neighbor want solar? They're going to get the same thing if they get a battery, right? It's all exciting stuff.
That's awesome. The 1,000, you guys, that is so huge to be able to drop a $1,000 card. It's not you're not having to add it into the price of the loan. And now I have a question. Recently, Powur, obviously we started offering the IQ8s, the Solar Plus store, basically the backup where you add the battery with it, and we can add as little as just 1 3 kWh battery. Does this apply to that? Yeah, it does. So, whether they do 1 3.36 or 20 of them, they're going to get a $1,000 Visa gift card. Wow. You guys hear that? So, now when you're offering a system with IQ8s, you could go as low as just 1 battery. They're still going to get $1,000 gift card for that. And real quick on the IQ8, it's a great product. It has not been loaded into our portal yet, but it is coming. So if you're selling anyone, it's not loaded yet. We're just a couple weeks away from adding it to Solo and Partner Connect. But if you have someone who wants IQ8s, they're coming. If you want to quote the system with the IQ8 pricing, you're only going to be able to quote with the IQ7, but we could do a simple change order to correct the quote to update it to reflect the IQ8s in the not so distant future. So you could sell it. Obviously this isn't what we want. You can't select it, but if you want to price it with it, I can help with change orders. I'll work with Victoria Navarro and we can get those quotes updated. But yes, you can quote, price them with the IQ8s, but you can't select it in the drop down yet. That's awesome. And obviously, that's just a temporary fix. It'll be in there within a couple of weeks, so you won't have to do that. But he's saying don't let that prevent you from selling IQ8s through Sunnova. All right, so what's in it for the reps, right? So for every Sunnova project you guys sell, we're going to give you guys $400. We're going to pay Powur. They're going to pay you this on top of your commission. Nice. So a little $400 bonus. Yeah, it adds up. All right, and the last thing, so we spent a few weeks putting together the Powur or Sunnova training in the Powur University. We want you guys to use this. We want you to also use this gift card offer. So for everyone who completes the Powur training, gets a Sunnova login, we're going to send them via email a $25 Uber Eats gift card. So if you're trying to recruit reps or you have a new rep who hasn't completed this course, use this to incentivize them. We're gonna send, hopefully hundreds of these out this month. So if you haven't completed the Powur Sunnova training in the Powur University, do it as soon as we see you have an active user login. We're gonna send you these gift cards. So basically you're paying people to train on how to use your platform and give out $1,000 bonuses to people that sign up with storage. Exactly. Sounds like a good deal to me. And that's all. Right on. Well, thank you, Ken, for sharing your slides. I know we probably have a ton of questions here in the chat, so let me go through them here. Let me go back up to the top. All right. So what do we got here? Boom. Yes, we already mentioned you guys are in 30 plus states and pretty much everywhere where Powur is. If Powur is in a state that Sunnova is not, reach out and we can see what it takes to get that activated as long as we have the license. When you guys plan IQ8s in a couple of weeks, but you can sell it now. What else we got? Oops, that just changed. Hold on one second. That is correct. When you guys planning on it? Solar Insure. Oh yeah, can you choose between Solar Insure and Sunnova for warranty? So I'll answer that. Every single Sunnova product comes with the Sunnova warranty. It's included in the pricing. There is no adder for it. I guess if you wanted to, you could add Solar Insure on top of it to give it that additional 5 years coverage. You would just, put the adder in solo and just price it out that way and make notes that you're adding solar insure. But to be honest with you, I don't think it's necessary. I think you could, save those few $100s. Do you have any other thoughts on that, Ken?
No, I would say, if you're going to pay that whole, you're going to do that adder, and then they're paying for full 30 years, but really they're only getting the last 5 years. And at that point, the homeowner could sign another agreement or get another extended service from Sunnova. So, for all Sunnova products, I would say let's just avoid it.
Okay, we already answered the non-owner occupied. What is the max PPW on roofing combo? So, solar plus roof, do you guys do that? What is the max price per watt?
Yeah, so right now, our max loan amount for any product is going to be $150,000. So we don't have Powur set up to utilize our solar plus roof loan, which means, if you've got a $40,000 solar project, a rep could add $20,000 for the roof. We don't have you set up for that, but all we're asking right now is if you want to bake in the roofing cost with the solar price per watt, as long as you stay within the price per watt cap set up for each state, there's not going to be any issues. Now,
what is that price per watt cap per state? Do you know what it is in California? Or?
Yeah, so here in California, it's $651, and that includes dealer fees. So the cash price per watt is probably right around $475 to $480, and then you add that dealer fee on top of it. That'll probably cap you out right around $650.
So, and you guys, until we get qualified for plus, so you're saying if we did have solar plus roof, it doesn't matter on the solar could be the $650, and then you can go as high up to $150 total.
Correct. Yeah. So we just need to get the roofing license for each market you're in, then we can activate those products for you guys.
Okay. Which, $650 price per watt's going to be a little tough on a smaller system. If it was like a 4 or 5 kW system, as the system gets bigger, the PPW does come down. So hopefully that answers that for you guys. Easy PPA or regular PPA reported on credit report or reflected on DTI. I believe that is a no. So we talked about that. Yes, not reporting is major JC. That is correct. At Ken, sold a system on Fontana, California, the rebate program in your PPA. Does Powur pay that or Sunnova for the customer?
So the rebate, what are we talking about?
Ken, you want to?
I think they're talking about the Powur promotion right now. So I would say it's probably coming from Powur. The first year where they pay your electric, your
No,
yeah, now are we offering that through Sunnova? I don't know about that.
There's a rebate line in the portal that fills in up to $2,000, and that's a check going in from the ECPPA or the PPA format that you file in, and then that's. I just wanted to know if it's coming directly from Sunnova, or probably accounting can answer this properly, but there's a rebate line in the Sunnova portal that you can give a rebate check to customers.
It's in the Sunnova portal?
Yes.
If it's in the Sunnova portal, I would imagine it's coming from Sunnova, possibly. I'm not sure. Ken, do you know the answer to that one? Ken hopped off for a second. So maybe we'll come back to that one. But yeah, I do not know the answer to that.
It's besides the promotion that we're doing. You can either pick either or run our own, or do their own rebate program also. It's
Okay.
all you're going to have.
I mean, personally for me, I'd probably just kind of stick it to the $500 or $1,000 what Sunnova's offering, because the truth of the matter is the promotion's great, but they're just borrowing that money, right? We're adding that in, and then they're borrowing that with interest. So to be competitive, to keep that price low, I would keep the price as is and just take advantage of the $500 or $1,000 promotion. Ken, do you have more thoughts on that?
Sorry, my computer is acting. Where was the question? I think I missed it.
Go ahead, Chris.
On your ECPPA or PPA, there's an option there on the line that you can give customers a rebate as an option. And does Sunnova pay directly the customer, or we go through Powur for that rebate program?
Yeah, great question. So if you're adding that rebate, let's say you want to add $1,000 rebate, you're essentially adding that $1,000 to the overall system cost, right? Which would increase their monthly payment. And then we would pay Powur for the total EPC for that project, and then Powur to issue that $1,000 rebate to the homeowner.
You answered my question. Thank you. That was my question. Thanks.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Jeff is asking if Sunnova is fully working in solo now.
It is, yeah. I think there's a few limitations when it comes to doing solar plus storage, but yeah, as of the 24th, everything is set up in solo. So if you are having any issues logging in or need help setting up or editing your credentials, let Zena and I know, and we can do that for you just to ensure that you have access.
And you know, for some people who are new or haven't used Sunnova yet, some of this stuff might be flying over your head, and that's okay. You know, work with a mentor. But what I'd like to do is set up a training with Ken or Zena to where another one of these, but we're actually going through the meat and potatoes, the functionality of entering a deal into the system, step by step, how to price it out, how to navigate the Sunnova portal, if we have to even go into the Sunnova portal. But ideally, the whole reason for the solo integration is so you don't have to go into the Sunnova portal, correct?
Correct, yeah. But happy to set up some follow-up training as often as everyone needs.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great idea. We can definitely talk about that. Is Sunnova going to allow homeowners to connect their Wi-Fi to the Enphase Envoy?
For monitoring?
Yeah, I guess.
So right now,
is that your question?
We require the cellular modem right now. This is in case, you know, Wi-Fi is spotty or goes down in the area. We require the cellular modem so we can get access to the production of that system to ensure it's producing optimally, and then we could indicate any issues and then come out and warn maintenance that system should there be any issues. Is that kind of what you're getting at?
Yeah, I had a homeowner. He was an engineer. He was crazy. He wanted to see his production every 15 minutes, but with cellular, you can only get it every 6 hours, I believe.
Got it.
So we tried to switch it to Wi-Fi, but since we had to switch it back to cellular. So I didn't know if you guys plan on changing that.
No plans of changing that anytime soon. The only time we've ever been able to get an exception on that would be if the homeowner's in a rural area and doesn't really have good cellular connection. We would still require Powur to install that cellular modem, but then we can monitor it through Wi-Fi. And then in the future, the reason we asked to install that cellular modem is in case the cellular coverage improves in the area. But for the time being, we're just going to stick with the cellular modem monitoring.
Very good. Okay, that answers that. JC asked for systems 11.7 plus that are sold through Sunnova in Florida, do you guys still require the $1 million insurance liability?
That is a great question. I don't think we have any liability requirements when it comes to homeowners for the system, since we cover all that. I believe the only requirement we have is for the dealer and the installers.
If Mike's on here, I don't know if Mike's still on the training. I know he sells a lot of deals in Florida through Sunnova. I'm not an expert in Florida, but I do believe that there is an issue with certain size systems. You need insurance. It covers over $1 million. It's hard to get. It's kind of been a pain point that our reps have been dealing with. So maybe if you can get that answer, get back, we can get it out.
Yeah, I'll follow up on that. So you guys are the only dealer I work with that's selling in Florida. So that's the first time I've heard of that question. I was always under the assumption it was an installer requirement, but I'll definitely get back to you on that. And you said it was JC?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
I'll email you, Ken. It's a liability coverage required by the utility company. I was going through the training on the Sunnova on Powur University, and it says that for the lease and PPA, it's insured by Sunnova. Obviously, the loan option probably needs to be insured by the homeowner.
Okay.
But I'll send you an email. Maybe you can get a response for that.
Of course. Yeah, I'll work on that for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Tammy would like you to clarify if the payments are not reported on the lease and the loan, or just the lease. And the answer to that is on both. The payments are not reported unless they fall behind. Then at that point, they would report the payment. But right? Is that correct?
Correct. And when we say fall behind, we mean at least 3 months in a row. Gotcha.
All right. Oh, and then, yeah, Chris answered that. It's good stuff. Scrolling through these in order, guys. Is Powur or Sunnova facilitating the physical install? That is Powur. So they are facilitating the financing. Powur is the general contractor. We are the ones facilitating the installation. David Perez says, I want to make sure I heard correct. Sunnova replaces the battery for clients at year 15 automatically, or only if it goes bad?
Just once it fails, because I know it's once that battery completes its life cycle, runs through its, charges, discharges. So it's really, it could be any time. It could be 10 years, it could be 15 years. Whenever it fails, Sunnova will go out and replace that battery. So it's not a set time, it's just as soon as that first one fails.
You guys, with that being said, I might be off here, but if you're selling a deal with the battery, already that's going to increase the price, right? Sunnova's loan products are 25 years. It stretches it out. It brings that payment really low. And to know that you're going to, once the battery life cycle goes out, that you're going to get a brand new battery, that's huge. And to be able to pitch that as part of your offerings, I think that brings tremendous value there.
And you've got the 0% interest option with the Solar Plus.
Brings the payment way low, you guys. Is that Larry? You asked, is that a state requirement? What was that referencing?
That was for Florida.
Okay.
Because remember, I couldn't remember if it was a state requirement or a utility requirement. But usually, if you only have it for a year, you could remove that $1 million policy.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you.
I may have missed this, but if the roof needs to be replaced, how does that work? Also, which states can we offer? And we did cover that. We do offer roofing as long as it falls within the $650 price per watt. Let's see. Utility company may pay. Wait, okay, yep, that's Flower. Bravo. Does it guarantee life cycle of the battery? It does. Is there add cost for the battery warranty? Go ahead and answer that, Ken.
Yeah, so up until a few months ago, the battery replacement cost for the Encharge 10 was $23.50, and for an Encharge 3.36 is $746 or $783. We recently reduced that cost on the Encharge 10 from $23.50 down to $22.38. It is. I'm looking through my notes. Down to $22.38, and on the Encharge 3, it's $746. So if you sell 2 Encharge 10s, that would just double.
So you guys, I said they're baking it into the price. They're paying for it up front, but they're paying like $2,300 to guaranteeing them a new battery in the future, right? That's a kill. We all know how much these batteries cost as of right now. And I can guarantee if you asked 80 homeowner, you don't even have to bring it up, but if you were to ask them, hey, would you like to tack on $2,300 to this overall cost and you get a second battery in the future? Everybody would say yes, because that's like a fifth of what it's costing them, if not less. So that's very good. Do they replace if they have more than one battery? The answer is yes. There will be, the price is going to go up incrementally per battery to cover that replacement cost, correct?
Correct. Yeah. And real quick, for the Tesla 10 kilowatt battery, the replacement cost right now is $21.55. Once the Solar Edge battery is on our AVL, I'll pass out the details on the replacement cost for those batteries.
You mentioned Tesla battery. We are not offering the Tesla battery as of this moment. I do not believe.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. So, but maybe in the future, you never know. Do you guys even have Tesla batteries?
We're actually, believe it or not, the largest distributor of the Tesla battery. So we get them occasionally, but they're few and far between right now.
Absolutely. Very good. Well, right on, Ken. I appreciate you taking the time to train us. Hopefully this has been great and educational for everybody. I'm sure people have a lot more questions. Like I said, some of the stuff people were like, Sunnova, what? Don't quite understand, but it is a great partner with Powur. They offer great alternative loan options, some great incentives for you, for the customer, for the homeowner, and some unique stuff that that you can't get anywhere else. One of those things is this Powur production guarantee. I don't know if you guys have ever come across, going against quotes or like, well, this company gives me a Powur production guarantee. You say, well, I can get you that as well when you go through Sunnova. So I appreciate you taking the time, man. People are asking for your contact information.
Yeah,
and it looks like you just went ahead and threw that in there. So thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for having us today. Really excited to be working with you guys. And like I said, reach out to us anytime. We're always available. We're always happy to assist. And just let us know what you need from us, and we'll make sure to get it done.
Okay, cool, man. Well, I appreciate that. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this recording and open it up to Q&A. But yeah, thank you, my brother. Appreciate you.
Thanks, everyone.